Hey, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. This video I've thought about filming a few times, but I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm not a negative Nancy, and I didn't want to I didn't want to put like anything that's like overall negative on my channel. And not to say that this video necessarily is, it's more just like me speaking my mind. And I don't know, I feel like it'll be beneficial for me, and I'm hoping some of you guys too. Um, and I'm just going to be talking about how I don't necessarily want to work in the fashion industry anymore and my reasoning for that. And I hope that this is going to be somewhat relatable. I think it should be. If you're anything like me, working in a big city, it's a lot. Life is just a lot, and learning to get it together, it's a lot. And I've definitely learned that the fashion industry adds so much more chaos than your average work of choice. I don't like this. I wouldn't say I'm an adrenaline junkie, which I think for some people the industry kind of gives them that rush almost of just it being so chaotic and spur of the moment that it kind of gives them adrenaline and really keeps them going. And that's is not me. I'm very much a planner, and I like to know what's going to happen when, etc. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Fashion industry is just really, really chaotic. If you've ever seen, like a fashion week vlog, I feel like influencers are always talking about how crazy the events are and how nothing's organized, which is true, and that's true about basically everything. Like, people are just kind of winging it on the daily, and that scares me. I don't like that. I really didn't think the fashion industry was going to be this way. This is me kind of telling myself, like, hey, it's okay that it's this way, but it's also annoying because I still would love to work in it, and I feel like in some ways I'm not cut out to work in it. And I know that's not necessarily true, and I could, work hard, and I can, anything, I can do anything I set my mind to. But it's more just like a bummer that I feel that my personality type and just my person doesn't feel as comfortable as I want it to be in the fashion industry setting as a whole. That being said, I still do see myself working in fashion more indirectly. I think something like this, like a YouTube video that's fashion related, is indirectly a part of the fashion industry. You're not like working as a stylist, as an intern or something, which that's crazy. Like the amount of stylists that literally dress top celebrities and models and get no credits because they're interns is it's just annoying. Like, why? I just feel like the fashion industry is the one industry that's so ahead yet so behind all at the same time. And it's very confusing because in some ways, we're like so innovative, we're so creative, we're just always new, new, new. But in a lot of ways, the industry has been running the same as it has since it begun. And we've decided to implement no new strategies to make things easier and to make people nicer. That's a big part for me, is that people just aren't nice in the fashion industry. Like, the stereotypes live up to the stereotypes. And I definitely think that's a New York City thing too, because yes, some New Yorkers aren't nice, but I feel like especially if you're working in the fashion industry, you are going to meet some very snarky people. And as much as I would love to just like deal with that and ignore it, I don't enjoy it. And to me, it's not worth being around those people constantly just to get my name on the cover of something or whatever it is. I really don't enjoy being around not nice people. And that is something I have come to realize is a big part of why I don't want to work in the industry, because a lot of people are not nice. And don't get me wrong, so many people are lovely and literal amazing dolls in the industry, but I feel like the big corporate leaders of the industry are still very mean and aggressive and Miranda Priestley-esque. And that's just not for me. So I also feel that I would really have loved working in the industry 10, 20 years ago. Like, even just 5 years ago, I think I would have enjoyed it more because technology has taken a lot from us and it's given us a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm able to post this video because of where we're at today, and that is such an amazing and beautiful thing. However, I do feel like technology, specifically influencers, have really drastically changed the industry in a lot of beneficial ways, but in a lot of negative ways too. And I always saw myself, like being a stylist, running things behind the scenes. And I feel like influencers really get to play the role, or a lot of roles, that have a lot of coveted jobs that are in the industry, such as being stylists and creative directors. Influencers can kind of just like wiggle their way on in and kind of just do it themselves, which again, like, is so cool for them. Like, I don't hate that for them at all. It is just also a little annoying because it just gives less opportunities to those who have not broken into the industry and have no connections. Another thing, speaking of connections, you're not going to catch me on LinkedIn any time of the year, of the day, of the month, of the week. I hate LinkedIn personally. I think the whole idea of just building connections instead of actual relationships is crazy. I I think that's like the most shallow thing personally. I understand it, of course. I understand why connections literally get you amazing jobs and opportunities, but to take a person for only their career, it's just not even. I just find it very strange. And it's so prevalent in basically any career, but the fashion industry especially. Just, it's all about connections and who you know, and that again ties back into influencers and like nepo babies, and it's just it's just interesting. It's just weird. You guys know how I've talked about how we all look the same nowadays. There's no like individuality, and that's another thing. Like, I feel like the competition is so intense that I don't even want to try and struggle to, build my own brand. I mean, right now, yes, I'm technically building my own brand, but if I would have started like 10 years ago or something, that would have been, so much easier. But now it's just like I feel a little defeated in a way because I just kind of feel like I'm a little too late to the game. And I know there's always so much room for innovation and creativity, and you can always make a space for yourself, but it's just not something I want to struggle with and I want to fight people for. Um, so, yeah. Deciding what you want to do with your life is hard, and I feel like making this somewhat decision of knowing that I don't want to be like super directly into the fashion industry is a good start because there are so many other options and there's so many ways that I can still be involved without being, someone's little assistant running around doing errands that I don't want to do. um no shade also if you're doing that. Like, if you are doing that and you're working so hard to be an intern and to get a job in the industry, like, you are so amazing. People do not give enough credit for just how hard it is to kind of get the ball rolling. Like, I'm so proud of you. You are so cool. So yeah, no shade to anyone whatsoever. This is just my take right now, my feelings, and I've just been feeling kind of overwhelmed by it, and I realized that I don't like it, which I think is really funny. Like, I just don't really like the industry. It just seems really ironic because I do love fashion so much. It is my passion, if you will. It is the thing that I could find myself doing every day, like as a job, something fashion related. But if it comes with all those complications, then I don't want to have to deal with that. Um, so this is me rambling, and I would just love to know other people's thoughts. Maybe we can pretend this is like a Reddit post or something, and just tell me what are you thinking? I just watched Twilight for the first time right before this, and I'm still processing, but I think I'm gonna go watch the second one right now. So if you need me, that's where I'll be. Um, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.